about being off track versus on mission, and you've thought to yourself, you've said to yourself, well, I'm doing what I know I'm supposed to be doing, but I'm still struggling with it. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and I know this is what I'm supposed to be doing, but it's still not working for me. I would do a great disservice if I didn't cover this on today, and if I didn't take time to talk about this. And so I want to deal with this on today as we talk about being off track and on versus being on mission. I need you to know and I need you to understand just a couple of things, all right? And one thing that I think is so very important that we recognize and that we realize is that when we're off track, but we know that we're on mission, like again, there's somebody who's under the sound of my voice who can tell you, I've been doing exactly what God told me to do. I haven't wavered. I haven't doubted. I know, but it's not working out for me right now. It's not happening for me right now. There's a couple of things that I need you to realize and that I need you to see and understand. The first thing is that you may be doing the thing that you know you're so called to do, right? Whether it's you're new, you're supposed to be a nurse. I'm saying, that some people know that that's their thing, that's their calling. Some people know, all right, I'm supposed to be doing this right now. I'm supposed to be here. The job that I'm working, this is the job that I know God called me to do. All right. Now, the next half of that, though, the next half of that is, how are you using that job? How are you doing that job in such a way that it gives God glory? So many times you can be doing the thing that God called you to do, but you're doing it, how do I say it? With you're doing it in your own strength. You're doing it in your own power. You're doing it for your own gain, right? And God says, no, let everything that you be done, or that you do rather, be done for my glory. Now, I'm not saying, hey, you've got to go and preach the gospel at your job and all that kind of stuff. But here's the problem that a lot of us have is when we go to our jobs, when we go to our places of work and our coworkers encounter us, some of our coworkers don't even know, wouldn't even believe that we're saved. Some of our coworkers don't even know, wouldn't believe that we go to church. Some of them wouldn't know or believe that you even listen to a gospel station. Well, that you listen to gospel on the radio and you listen to me preach week in and week out. And a lot of times, our ineffectiveness, right? Our ineffectiveness in the things that we do and in the things that we are doing stems from the fact, all right, I want you to get this. It stems from the fact that, yeah, we may be doing the thing that God called us to do. We may be, right, in that, but our motives, our the way we're doing them is not right. I've mentioned and I brought up before the seven sons of Sceva. I like to bring them up from time to time. These were men who were doing the right thing. They really were. They were doing the right thing. That they should be going out and casting out demons. They should be going out, and doing. But they were doing the right thing. But they didn't have the right motives. They understood the power that Christians had, and they liked the idea of being a Christian preacher, prophet, disciple of Jesus, but they didn't want to put in the work to obtain the power, right? And many of us, we're grateful for the jobs that we have. We're thankful even for the jobs that we have, but we have gotten comfortable and complacent on those jobs, and we're not using those jobs the way. I mean, remember when you were seeking a job back in the day, after however long of being unemployed, and you were seeking a job, and you said, Lord, if you give me this job, I promise you I'll use it to bless somebody. I'll use it to do it. I'll do it, remember those promises, right? You got the job, and maybe you started off all right, but then now you don't speak about God on the job the way you used to. You don't encourage people the way you used to. You don't give from your job, meaning, or your tithes, your offering, and even you just don't do the way that you used to. Oftentimes, our ineffectiveness is not necessarily because we're doing the wrong job, but it's because we're in the right place with the wrong motives. It's because we're in the right place, but we've gone dry, right? It's because and when I say we've gone dry, I mean we've gotten stagnant, and our it's just like, we don't have that zest, that zeal, that fire anymore. You used to try to help people from your job, or with your job. But now you just concerned about you and yours, and that's it. Look, I'm coming to do my hours, and then I'm gone. But remember when you first got that job, you told God, oh Lord, if you give me this job, I'm gonna bless you with it. I'm gonna bless you through it. Have you been? You see, we oftentimes, like I said, we do the right things, right? With the wrong motives. We say the right things, but our motives are all kind of just all over the place. And God says, if you want to see effectiveness come back into your life, if you want to see the zeal and the zest and the drive for what it is that you are doing, if you want to see the zeal, the zest, and the drive come back in your life, bring me back into the workplace. Bring me back into, like, start your day off again with prayer. Don't be like one of those who say, "Oh yeah, Christianity, that's good. That sounds good. I like that. I like the power that they have as Christians, and I want to go around just proclaiming the name of Jesus, who I've heard." But you don't have the relationship. A lot of times, you find yourself stagnant. You find your life kind of just on empty, and running its course, and just going through the motions because you have lost your connection to the Father. You and he don't commune like you used to. You don't pray how you used to. You don't, I mean, here's the thing. The only time you pray to God is when there's some sort of hell, when there's some sort of drama, right? But when all the things are good, when the man is loving on you, and when you're not praying to God, then, right? When the money is flowing and all that, you're not praying to God, then. God says, listen, we're talking about off track versus on mission. And I've got to encourage some people. You may be in the right place. You may be right where God needs you to be. But the thing that has you off track is not necessarily that, that you're in the wrong spot, because you may be in the wrong right spot. It may not be that you're doing, such this, that, and the other. No, it may just quite simply be that your heart is not right. Your heart in that place is not right. You've become so bitter, so negative, so just, yeah. Think about that. I want you to think about that. As we look at being off track and on mission, as we look at fruitfulness versus being ineffective and bearing no fruit, and being dry versus feeling just I want you to take a look at, am I where God wants me to be? Okay, I am. Well, then what's the problem? Because you can be in the right place. You can be in the right place, but the problem be that you yourself have lost your zeal, your zest, your drive, your connection with and to the Father. And then, see, then that becomes the issue or the thing that, okay, now I know what's what. Now I know that there's a misalignment here. That's why I'm off track. It's not because I'm in the wrong place, but it's because my spirit isn't right. It's because my heart isn't right. It's because my thinking isn't right. We're gonna take some more time, and we're gonna deal with this over some more days. But I need you to know and understand, if I'm talking about being off track versus on mission, I need you to know and understand that sometimes the reason why you're off track is not because you're in the wrong place or you're following the wrong people, but it oftentimes we have to do an introspective look within ourselves and say, maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the problem. Maybe, maybe that what's wrong here is that I am too busy looking at what other people have, looking at how other people are doing. And it's caused me to become bitter because I know they started right where I was. And I hear somebody in their mind saying, and how the heck? And you're not saying heck. You may actually say, hell, but I'm just trying to clean it up for radio. How the heck did they get there? And we started out together. How the heck did they get there? And I started this job before them. And you just all upset. You bitter, you're mad, you're angry, and you've caused yourself to become ineffective. Friends, I want to take you tomorrow. I was going to do it today, but I've run out of time on my word of encouragement for today. But I want to take you to the book of Genesis, and I want to show you Joseph. I want to take you even further into the book of Acts. There's so many different places where I want to take you, and I want to show you how different folks' motives and different folks' mindsets and their attitude has caused them either to be effective or to be ineffective, and to see results or not to see results. And I need you to know and understand that part of the reason why you may be off track may not be because of your location, your job, it's not all that. We all want that big move, and we want that job change. But what if God says, no, you're in the right city, you're at the right job, but your attitude is wrong, your perspective is wrong, your spirit is jacked up? What if God says that the problem, the thing that's keeping you from moving up and being where you see yourself being, it's not them, but it's you? We're going to deal with this. We're going to deal with this off track versus on mission, right here, right here during our word of encouragement, here on 93.5 KPPM. Friends, I'm telling you, this thing is good to me. I pray that it encourages you the same way that it encourages me. I want to play this song for you. This one is by Rich Tolbert Jr., and it's entitled Never Be Defeated, right here on I Am Encouraged Radio. I shall rise.